Hello. I hope that you all are having a great day. And thank you, Jim. I had a wonderful vacation. It was great. It was nice to be out in nature, just relaxing and doing nothing. It was wonderful. Rocky, hi. Thank you very much for gifting 5 subs. You really didn't need to do that. But thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Wow. Today it's DeathSlinger Day. We have this small one here that we're gonna paint. Rocky, that is a lie. You absolutely do. And as I've said many times, as long as you're here, I am happy. You never need to give anything in here. Yeah, you have given me so much, Rocky, and your friendship is the most important thing to me, so you never have to give anything else. But I really do appreciate it, though. Thank you very much. But so do you, Rocky. So do you. And I saw you streamed, but I was sleeping when you streamed, so I'm sorry I wasn't there. But that is the time difference. It's rough. You were thinking about me? Ooh. I was sleeping. My beauty sleep, as you can see. So we're just getting started. He's brown in brown in brown in brown. So he's pretty straightforward here in the beginning. And I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, but in 2 weeks we're having the birthday hoopla thing. Oh, I'm very happy that you are actually the only one who has that model. I haven't even made one for myself. Not yet. I will do that whenever I get time to do it. I want one of those because, well, it's Michael. Yeah, and I saw, Jim, that you are actually home that day. You don't have to work. So that is gonna be pretty awesome. And I'm actually giving away things on my birthday this year. So Oh, yeah. I read something about that you guys are your numbers rising again over there? Did I read that correctly? Oh, it's that Delta thing. It's here in Denmark. The numbers are also going up, and it's actually people who are vaccinated that gets admitted or admitted to the hospital and are getting sick because, well, they think when they get vaccinated they don't they can't get sick, and well, of course you can get sick, you just don't get as sick as you normally would, but people behaved like animals at the moment here in Denmark. They just go around like nothing ever happened, and well, that doesn't help anybody, and it fucking annoys me. That was probably the one of the biggest issues I had when I was on vacation, when I saw people and how they behaved. Hello, Mantis, and welcome. And by the way, Rocky, we need to make a date, you and me, so you can teach me your ways in the film source maker thingy. But it's no rush at all. So no, I did not. I will actually check that. I can do that right now. If I can find Twitter, it was there. Mm-hmm. Doctor Rocky. There we are. Oh yeah, it looks so cool. I saw that. And it's soon. The movie comes out soon. I'm so excited for Halloween Kills. That when Halloween Kills comes out, it's gonna be freaking Christmas Eve for me. I've been waiting for that movie for so long. Jim, I have a question for you. actually. Did I understand correctly that was it yesterday that you walked to work or something like that for God knows how many hours? Why? You don't have public transportation? Why don't you have public? Don't you usually take the bus to? I thought you took the bus to work. Or did I or did I completely misunderstand something? Or was it for the vaccine you took the bus? Oh. Well, I must say I admire your dedication. I wouldn't have done that. But, you know, you would probably get fired if you didn't show up, so I guess you kind of had to. Yeah, that's a long ass walk. How did you get home? Did you get a ride home then? Or did you have to walk all the way back again? Please tell me there were some co-workers that could give you a ride home. Because after a day's work and then have to walk all the way back home again. Oh, I can understand that. Yeah, that was good. That was good because, well, after a day's work and then if you had to walk back home, that would be insane. I can understand that. I can understand that. It would have been horrendous. I would say any good or even decent boss would have arranged something, you know. Because it's not like because you could just easily have called in sick, you know, and you didn't, so I know it's not your boss's job to do anything, but he could have helped, you know. Did you guys see the blood point that I made on Twitter? That actually... It came out really well. And I have to make one for X Starwake, if you know who they are. It's Mel and Max. You would have gotten fired if you missed work. That sounds crazy. To be fair. That you just would get fired for that. Yeah, I know that. We have the same here in Denmark. But here in Denmark, it's actually, you have to have 120 days of illness before they can fire you. And that is a lot. Eight days? That is nothing. I would get fired even before I got hired. I wouldn't be able to work there at all. With my headaches and all that. But I actually managed to get fired because of the 120 days. But it's because of the unions and the laws here in Denmark. They are actually not allowed to fire you. That is because, well, back in the day, if a woman came up to the boss and said, I'm pregnant, well, you're fired. And that is why that came into effect, that law. We also have sick days. We can call in sick to our work if our kids are sick. And they don't count in that in the 120 days. And where my wife works, she can actually call in 2 days straight with the if Jason gets sick. So that is quite the difference, I must say. I must say, 8 days. If you miss 8 days, you're fired. That is not a lot, dude. If you get the flu or something like that, well, you're done. Yeah, here in Denmark, you can get, if, let's say, God forbid, that my wife gets sick and is dying. I can get a leave of absence and still get paid to take care of her and everything. Again, it's the law. We have some really, really insanely strong unions here in Denmark. And even though that you aren't a member of the union, the laws still abide to anybody who works in that company. So that is actually pretty amazing. So you don't have to be a member of the union to get the benefits from the union. Yeah, in Denmark you have on the third day, if your company wants it, they have to get a doctor's note, or they can ask for a doctor's note, but they have to pay for it. And it's pretty much here in Denmark, the doctor is not allowed to say what your illness is. So when I was on sick leave, he wrote one line on a piece of paper and he said, "I confirm that Thomas is sick." Hello, Tofanaki. That was Dr. Rocky Myers who did that. I had literally just started the stream and she came in and gifted 5 subs, and you were so lucky to get one of them. So enjoy the emotes. There's a special one with glue. It's the best one we have. And there's also a Demo Gorgon and a Michael and a clown, I think, actually. Yes, the glue one is the best. Emil, god aften. And welcome to the basement. Yes, Paulie was so kind that I sent him the nurse back in the day, and he wouldn't give me his address unless I gave him my address, and I did, and he sent me some stickers. And well, now Paulie is with us all the time. Oh, Jim, don't be late. You have to get to work so you don't get fired. You have to go do your job. Yeah, he sent me that. I have a letter right here, and Honey's card is in there, and some other stickers as well. He sent that to me recently. Yeah, and I'm on that, and my I made the Polly Funko Pop. It's on there too. Yes, I painted it. I printed it and painted it. It's Yanima who made the model. I found the base for it, and Yanima kept developing it and made it and made the headset for it and the toolbox, and we made it in a partnership. And then I printed it and painted it. You can see it on my YouTube. There's a video. I think it's called "Making the Polly Funko" or something like that. It took 2 days to paint. That little figure, it took me 2 days to make. Yeah, you can just exclamation point YT, and you get the link to YouTube. All my painting videos is on there. And there's some. I recently started posting gameplay videos. It's very mediocre, but it's there. That sounds great. Please remember to like and subscribe. You know, I have to say it. Because most of the people who watch my videos don't subscribe. I have a lot of views, but people don't subscribe. It's fucking annoying. I made this before I went on vacation. I just got home from vacation yesterday, and I made this one. This is a pretty cool one, and I'm actually thinking about making one that is hollow, and maybe putting in a crack up here, and you can use it as to save up coins. A piggy bank, I think it's called. That was just something I was thinking about trying to make. But I have a lot of ideas. Today I ordered 10 rolls of plastic again. Because I used 4 rolls on the last portion that I ordered on the stupid Thanos sword. I used 4 rolls on that. Yeah, you could call it that. And the cool thing is about this, I can pretty much just size them up to whatever size I want them. So, and I can make them hollow. I can actually turn this one into a vase if I wanted to. But I'm pretty sure my wife wouldn't appreciate that as a vase. But the problem is, if I made a piggy bank out of that, I don't have any coins because I only have my credit card. I don't. Avalia. Hello and welcome. Jim, get to work. I am good, thank you. I am recharged after my vacation. Yeah, let's do this. It was actually nice to be out of the house after all this work we had with the water damage and all that. We needed to get away, so it was actually needed. And so it was very nice to be away. I should have spray painted the slinger brown before we started streaming. That would have made it a lot easier. I went to a Danish island in the far East Sea called Bornholm. It is 400 kilometers away from me, 450 kilometers to be exact, away from where I live, and you have to go through Sweden to get there. It was very, very nice, especially if you like nature. It's a very, very beautiful island. If you go to my Instagram, I posted one picture from my absolutely favorite place on the island there. It is so peaceful and quiet, and when you have to, when you arrive to the island, you go by ferry, of course. And I swear to God, when you drive off the ferry, time freezes, and maybe sometimes it goes backwards a little bit. Everything over there, it goes so slowly, and there was a point where when I worked that I was so stressed out, and we went over there for a week, and when we came off the ferry, I could literally feel the stress leaving my body. Because when you first are over there, there's nothing you can do. You can't do anything. Your house at home can be on fire, and well, I'll be back in a week. Because, well, you can't get a ticket right away or anything like that, so you're pretty much trapped there. So it's actually pretty wonderful. And my in-laws, they have a house over there, so we borrowed their house, so it didn't cost us anything. Except for the gasoline to drive over there. And we went out to dinner at a restaurant, and I got a 500-gram steak. That was fucking wonderful. That's a half a kilo of meat, and that was great. So that was actually very, very nice to be away. I'm usually not one to leave my house here, so well, now we have the base for his pants and for his coat here, and just let him dry a little bit, and then we will start to work on his. We're gonna put some gray on him. But how about you guys? How have you? I know, Avalia, you have probably spent your summer working, and maybe playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed. Very good, very good. So you are ready to leave for work when the time comes. Yeah, I know, Avalia. You get lost in those games. It's wonderful. We actually, when we were on vacation, we brought our PlayStation 4 because of Jason. So he had something to do when we weren't outside discovering things. Because, well, here in Denmark, it fucking rains all the time. And Jason got to try Dead by Daylight against bots, though. And don't you think that little bastard he could hit skill checks right away. He could catch people with traps and everything. He just... I can remember my first match as a survivor. I couldn't hit a skill check. I still can't hit a skill check. I often miss a skill check because I don't concentrate. He just ping. No problem. So he's not allowed to play Dead by Daylight anymore. Yeah, me too. He just hits them like, well, it doesn't matter. It's easy. He actually lost interest in that game pretty fast. It was a bit too boring. He knows that he was playing against bots. I told him, and I told him he wasn't big enough to play against. He's only 7, so I don't want him playing against morons on the internet yet. But I'm actually pretty sure that he could. At least I haven't played on my PlayStation in a long time, so I was down to rank 20 on both sides. I'm pretty sure he could actually handle himself pretty good. I know I do the same thing. When I don't know if it's because, well, I'm looking at chat or what it is, but when I'm streaming gameplay, it just don't work, and I screw up my chases, and my chases when I'm streaming is maybe 2 loops at a window. When I'm not streaming, I can run the killer for 3 or 4 gens, no problem. I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe I don't know if it's nerves, because it's not like I have 100 people watching me or anything, but yeah, I would say, well, I actually also play very egotistically. It's actually only when I play Survive with Friends with you guys that I actually go for the saves and all that. Usually I don't care. If it's somebody I don't know, they can die in hell. I don't care. Hen ... Thank you very much for the raid. And welcome. Welcome, raiders. I am Clusterhead. I do this. I paint. And talk. Thank you very much, Avalia. Welcome in. Welcome in, guys. If you have any questions to what the hell I'm doing, just shoot away. Because most people don't really understand what I'm doing. But I do this. I 3D print and paint these figures. Yes, stuff and art. That's right. That's what I do. Moji, thank you very much for the follow. I've been doing this for a year and a half now. I also sometimes play the game actually. But I mostly do this for commissions and stuff. And some, as you can see behind me, I make stuff for myself as well. Primarily Michael Myers for myself. And the clown. But this is what we do in here. And every Friday we do this. And it usually turns out pretty good. I don't think we ever had one where I just said, well, no, and throw it out. Been close, but we never thrown anything out. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, I try to keep it as slow and calm as possible. That is what we do. Yeah, you had one rough week, Jim. To say the least. That's good that you're not raging, Tofanaki. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad that I'm helping you not to rage. I was playing today, actually, and I thought, well, let's play some nice nurse games, because, well, I'm trying to get better at nurse, and that was a mistake. I was so angry. Thank you, Hindernet, and thank you for the lurk, and thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. And have a great meal. And thank you for the follow. I saw you followed, I think it was last week. Myers is the best. Yeah, I actually have a new Myers figure coming up soon. It's gonna be very big. Yeah, today's nurse game, of course, of all maps, I get the fucking meat plant. And I had 2 flashlight clickers, and they were good. They were really good. And but the game and nurse, if you try to, blink straight and you just have your camera tilted a little bit down, you go downstairs. I was so triggered at the end. I was so angry that the DC penalty was on. If it wasn't been on, I have DC'd. I was so angry. Because before that, I played some Demogorgon, and I had the Survivor's Throw on Midwich. And I don't mind playing on Midwich. I actually like to play on that map as killer, so I didn't bother, and I got a 4K there, no problem. But the game, I fucking hate that map. Especially after they remade it. I don't know what it is after they remade it. It just annoys me, because when you play nurse, it's not the pallets. They don't matter at all. But there's just something about it. Yeah, I think it's the breakable walls, maybe. I don't know. Breakable walls doesn't do anybody any good, in my opinion. It looks really good. The textures and all that looks fantastic. But I can't really use that anymore. And it's just annoying. And I forgot to put on a map offering, because I think if I'm not mistaken, it's still in. You have the bigger chance to go to that map. Still, don't you? I just returned from vacation, so I'm not quite up to date with the DBD. What bad habit have you gotten into, Rocky? Oh no. Yeah, I can sit here and say, oh no. I used to smoke. I used to smoke 2 packs a day. So all I can say is don't smoke. Smoking is bad. Okay. But so now I vape, and that is bad also. But if it eases your stress, who am I to argue? Because stress is also very bad for you. Yeah. You do that in the start, and then it kind of evens out, you know. At least that is my experience. Manolia Meow. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that very, very much. I missed something here. Oh, I have to reach over here. There was some support under his neck I didn't get. I could see that right now. This when I print DeathSlinger, he's actually fully, completely enclosed in supports, and it's very, very difficult to see every support. I print mostly in black plastic, so it's very difficult to see until I get them primed. And I just saw it now that I missed a piece of support. Three packs a day for 15 years. And quit cold turkey. That is rough and hardcore, Jim. That is pretty damn cool. I miss smoking. I miss smoking sometimes. Yeah, I could, from 3 packs to 0 cold turkey. That is, I would have completely lost my mind. Completely. Thank you, Jim, and have a great day at work. And thank you for being here. And I will see you probably Sunday, if you're streaming. Thank you for being here, Jim. Let's see now. What should we do? What should we do? Let's go to... Yeah, let's... Yeah. Just throw that in and start working on his belts a little bit. That's great. I will see you there, Jim. I will see you there. This is the more difficult thing about Slinger is, well, it's all this brown and it all looks the same, but there are so many nuances to him. This actually came about, somebody saw the Slinger I made for Yanima, and that's a long time ago that I made that one. This person wrote me, "Can you make me one of those?" Yeah. And I actually, the morning that I left for vacation, I turned off my printer. It had just finished printing, so it was ready when I got home yesterday. I just have to remove supports, and so I could prime it this morning. So that was pretty lucky that no mistakes happened or anything. It just went right through. And my small printer is running right now for the plate for him, so we can glue him on later. I want David fighting Myers. Well, do the artwork, and then we can maybe persuade Yanima to make a quick model of it. You know, he did it the last time, and he did it pretty quickly. So, maybe we could do it again. Teach me Source Filmmaker. Call even. Then, if we can get Yanima to model it up in Blender, he did it last time and he did it pretty quickly, so I'm pretty sure I can convince him to help me. Then I will make it for you. No problem. I really enjoyed painting the one we made last time with Laurie and Michael. It was fun. But if you would do me a favor, please don't use the P3 Michael. Because I don't like that one. I don't like the veins on the knife. It annoys me. All the P3 weapons they made is terrible. So please don't do that. You can use the P3 mask. And even the clothes, but not the knife. Yeah, the screwdriver is great. I like the pipe also. But right now I'm using when I run Michael, which I do a lot. I'm running the first cut knife. I like that better than his original knife that they put in. I like the first cut knife better. But the screwdriver is great, and unfortunately, when I ever face a Michael, nobody is actually really using that. It's either the pipe or just the normal knife. But it's very rare, unfortunately, that we face a Michael. So when we finally face a Michael, I become a Valia when she faces a Pyramid Head. It is actually quite sad that nobody really plays Michael anymore. But to be fair, he is a little bit outdated in my opinion, so he could use a little remake to make him a little bit up to date. I would like to see that. And I've said this many times, I would like to see him get a new animation for breaking pallets. I would like to see him get the animation from Halloween 2, where he walks through the glass door. I would like to see him just walk through pallets instead and breaking them that way. I think that would be pretty cool. And the same with the breakable walls and stuff. Just think it would be a nice update to him. I have never seen Michael kick anything in the movies. He just walks through it. Even with his head first. So I actually think it would be nice to, and they did with some of the other killers, give them special animations when they break down doors. So Michael could get they could give him, if they wanted to, they could give him a special animation to walk through the breakable walls. I think it would be great, and I think it would be very fitting actually if they did, because well, it is kind of his trademark, you know. So I think that would be pretty cool if they did that, but I don't think they would. I don't think they're gonna change it, but it's, you know, it's a quality of life thing. And then I would still like the. I know they do these. What are they called? The Link cosmetics. I can't remember the legendary cosmetics. I would like Laurie to get Dr. Loomis as a linked cosmetic. But don't tell that to Lumi, because then she will find me and kill me. She said that. But I just think it would be really cool if we could play as Dr. Loomis as well. And we already have the trench coat on Adam, so they could just copy paste that. I would just need Dr. Loomis and everything would be great. I think it would be such, you know, some cool small updates for the Halloween chapter. And of course, I don't know, maybe rework the tombstone and the tombstone pieces. But they have so many good possibilities with that chapter. In my opinion, there's countless of opportunities, especially with the new movies as well. But it all comes down to license, of course, and well, it's probably not as easy. And if I'm not mistaken, they only have the license for the first movie. I think it's for Halloween 1 they have. But it would be nice to maybe see a new mask on Michael. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody would like that, and it would be a big scoop if they got it. But then again, that's it's a different company they have to deal with. But I'm pretty sure that maybe Blumhouse would be interested in it. Who knows? Maybe they are working on it. They did get the license renewed and probably got some. I'm pretty sure that they got the okay for changing Haddonfield. So maybe we are gonna see something. Maybe also see some new outfits for Laurie as well. We could hope so. I'm also excited to see if these new leaks that are coming out is true, that the killer is coming and the survivor is coming separately in the next chapter, and the killer is licensed. The survivor really got to pack a punch, because, well, for you to buy the survivor alone, it really has to be something great for them to. I mean, they brought out Ash that one time. I bought Ash because, well, it was Ash. But I'm not so sure that I would buy an original survivor standing alone. Because, well, when I buy the chapters, I buy them primarily for the killers. So I'm not so certain that I would buy a standalone survivor, original survivor. It would have to be some insane perks on that survivor for me to buy that one alone. It has to be something like the old Medal of Man for me to buy that. Or a decisive strike kind of perk. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. Exactly, and that is why if the leaks are true, that they are sending out a killer in a paragraph. Well, they've done that before. They did that with Leatherface and they did that with Ghostface. I can understand that because, well, it is the killers that bring in the money, But they're gonna do it with a survivor also, and it is rumored to be an original. They have to really bring in some insane perks to get people to buy that. In my ears, it sounds completely insane. But I'm pretty sure I know what the killer is. I have a pretty decent idea who that is. But as for the survivor, I have no clue at all. I saw somebody saying it must be a licensed survivor, and it could be in the likes of Sidney Prescott to close up the Scream chapter. It's Candyman for sure. I have no doubt in my mind that it is Candyman because it's coming with the movie, and Candyman was supposed to come out when the twins came out. But they have been sitting on him because he was supposed to come out, and then the movie got delayed. I have no doubt in my mind that he's coming now. Because his movie comes, is it about in 3 weeks or something like that? So I'm actually almost willing to take a bet, Avalia. I am that certain. And if it's not him, I'm just gonna blame Paulie. I think Paulie has heard enough about Candyman, so I wouldn't blame him. But I am 99% sure that it is actually, in fact, Candyman who is coming. Or we could blame King. He also was on the Candyman hype train. Yeah, we're gonna blame Devin on this one, and spare Paulie if it's not Candyman. But I can't really see anything else. When it is gonna be licensed, and if we look back on when the Twins came out, did they seem finished to you guys when they released? Was that a good release? Did they seem rushed? Yeah, it felt like a test. They kind of actually still do. Uh, 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 but it kind of looked like, well, we have this half-ass product. Let's just throw that out there. Instead of, because, well, they postponed the movie and we can release the chapter that we have planned. In my opinion, that's what it looked like, and they are. It's hell of a lot of fun running around with Victor. I enjoy it, at least. The problem is all the slogging, and that is fucking boring, But if you play Twins like a normal M1 killer, and you just run around with Victor and, put a survivor down and hook them, it is so much fun. But I can see if you're really going for it and you want that amazing 4K, you're gonna have to slug and play scummy, and, well, I don't enjoy that. I don't like playing like that, so. But, to each their own. But I can remember when. Weren't you on when they released? Weren't you playing with us, Avalia, where we got slogged at 5 gens? I think we played Swift with Herman and you and Mishi, I think, maybe, and me. It was so horrendous, and I was so fucking angry. Yeah, it was so much fun. I was so angry. But to be fair, if you play a killer and you slug at 5 gens, it doesn't really matter what killer it is. It's fucking boring. Yeah, but the problem is Unbreakable is only once. No Mither would actually be the best perk against twins. No Mither is actually a great perk. I played a No Mither game today against a hag. I had that tome challenge where you have to either repair a gen injured with Iron Will or save 2 persons. And I just thought, let's just use No Mither and Iron Will and just repair gens. And I got hooked twice, but I actually managed to escape with No Mither. And that is rare that I do that. But I rarely use No Mither, so... Well, we are getting there. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, guys. The Redeemer always takes a lot of time to do because, well, that gun has a lot of small details. But we are making some headway here, so... before we do that, maybe I should get some paint. So we can... What is this now? This is the most detailed thing on him actually is his gun. I was actually at some point thinking about making a life-size model of this, but nah. It would be too much work. And to be fair, my son would probably just steal it from me anyway. But I did actually manage to get the model, and I did size it up and did get it cut up into pieces, and then I actually just skipped the idea because, well, it was too much work. And especially after I then made the Thanos sword, it's gonna be 10 times the work on the Redeemer if I were to make that. Let's see. That one has to be all the way around. It has to be different colors of steel, or different colors of steel. You can't really say that, but you know, steel colors, silver colors, what's it called? And it's very tricky. It's and we have to get some blood on it as well, luckily. Oh, that one? We have to make that as well someday. And we have to make the Jurassic Park diorama as well soon. But I also have to make those two builds for Stream Dad. The Thanos is a really cool model. Thanos is just freaking cool. If you look behind me, over by the scratch mirror on the wall, there are some black triangles sticking up. That is the two swords. That's gonna be one big sword. It's a life-size Thanos sword that I have to get done soon as well. It's around. It's taller than I am when it's put together. So, but I have to work on that outside because it takes a lot of work. It's actually gonna hang in. We're making a TV room upstairs, and it's gonna hang in there on the wall. And it was my wife that ordered it. It wasn't even me. It was her idea. It wasn't me. She just asked if I could make it, and of course I can. But it almost took 2 weeks to print. Yes, I 3D printed the sword. Hang on, I can get one of the parts. Hang on. This is one of the parts of the Thanos sword. And I only did one of the sides. It's pretty sturdy. So, and then you're gonna put the other one on the other side, and you can actually swing it around and smack people if you want to. But don't do that. So it's pretty robust. You can't kill people with it, but no. I'm not like Herman chasing people down the street with a stick or anything like that. But it is pretty awesome. So I would recommend buying a 3D printer because you can print all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, I know. We've been talking a lot about Facebook in here, and I'm on Facebook because I'm in some 3D printing groups in there, and there are actually people making complete Iron Man costumes with hydraulics and everything, so it is completely operational except for the flying. But it's so freaking, they're so talented, and they're very, very, very good at what they do. Yes, the only downside to 3D printing is it's a very slow process and it's fucking expensive. I saw a video of a guy who is a pro in everything related to medieval, so made a Thanos sword for him. Yeah. I could maybe understand. It would maybe be impossible to wield correctly. Yes, I know. I am pretty much broke too, because everything that I earn goes into 3D printing, and I don't really make anything of it. You should think I actually earned money on this, but I actually don't, because, well, I'm a moron and I sell my stuff too cheap, and well, I want to give people the opportunity to actually get the stuff that they want, because that is my main issue. If you go on Etsy and you see some of the stuff people sell, they charge way too much, I think, and I don't think it's fair, because I want to give people the opportunity to take a DeathSlinger like this one. I could maybe sell this for, I don't know, $300-400 on eBay or something like that. But I would not ever do that. Even though it takes 2.5 days to print, and it takes a lot of plastic to use and power, and I have to sand it, I have to prime it, and I use a lot of time on it. It takes a lot of time to paint it, and it takes a lot of time to finish it up, and it takes some time to, clear coat it probably, and get it ready for shipment, and shipment costs, and so, and I get, if I sell a figure like this for, let's say, $100 or something like that, I may be earning $15 max. The rest just covers the costs of everything that I put in it. But I would rather do that and then make some people happy that they maybe can afford a figure that they couldn't get otherwise, than I can make that. Yeah, where he stands with the tentacle, I can make that one. $1 million. No, jokes aside, I can make that for you. If you're interested, just send me a DM on Twitter so I know I have the right person, and then I will try and mock something up in Blender for you, so you can see it, and then you can decide. Yeah, just let me know in ahead of time, you know, and because it does, for me, it takes quite a while to make the models. I'm not like Yanima, who just, you know, blinks and then they are made. It's so fucking annoying. He's so good at everything. It pisses me off. Exactly. But to be fair, Yanima, he never sleeps. He blinks and then he's wide awake again. But Yanima is very, very nice, and he was very, very patient. He was actually the one who taught me how to use Blender. And, well, I'm old, and he was very patient with me when he had to learn me to use. Because Blender is a tough program to use, actually, so... Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, you breathe and he blinks, and then you are awake again. It's unfair. And I'm the Dane who needs 10 hours of sleep and I'm still tired. Yeah. It's horrendous. Let's see now. What should we do? We need white. It was there. It just hit me today. It's actually been a long time since I watched Bob Ross. streams. I have to watch some of those soon again. I know exactly what you're talking about, Avalia. Oh, I completely forgot to tell you that. While I was on vacation, I spent the time before I fell asleep. I actually spent my time watching The Chappelle Show again. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's on Netflix at the moment. It's The Chappelle Show. It used to run on MTV back in the day. It's Dave Chappelle. It was freaking hilarious. It still is. I laughed so hard when I rewatched it. It's so funny. If you have Netflix, I would recommend you watch it again. It's so fun. It's just called The Chappelle Show. It's he's hilarious, and it's been gone for a while on Netflix, but now it's back. And as soon as I saw it, I started watching it. American Vandal. What is that? Evalia, can you take care of that one? Thank you. Oh, you have? That sounds criminal. Okay, I'll check that out. It sounds something I would enjoy. Like something I would enjoy. Actually, so But the Chappelle Show is he makes sketches, and he's really. It was very controversial when it came out. Ooh, the printer is done. I'm innocent. They always say that. We have just had a really weird trial here in Denmark. A priest murdered his wife here in Denmark. And he confessed in the court. And his excuse for murdering his wife, he was tired of her. And he couldn't really be bothered to get a divorce. He has been divorced once before, and he couldn't be bothered to go through that again. And he was tired of her, so, well, he had to kill her. It seems fair. See no issues there at all. It is probably the worst excuse I have ever heard in my life. I'm tired of her, so, and I couldn't get another divorce. Imagine if Ross from Friends had said that. Yeah, exactly. The problem is in Denmark, we have probably the most weak sentence at all in the world when it comes to something like. You know what his sentence was? How many years do you think he got in prison? 15. And then he's a free man. Yeah, if you think about she was the mother of his children. 15 years. And then he's free to go. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. If you make some forgery on paper, scam an insurance company out of some money or something, you get 5 years in prison here in Denmark. And that is just for money. But if I run over you with a car and said, well, it was an accident, and I kill you, and if I can say, and they can prove otherwise, that it was an accident, well, I get a fine and maybe lose my driver's license, and I'm free to go. Yeah, you can take that. I know he's a special, what's it called? A special case, that a Breivik dude who killed all those people on that island. But I'm pretty sure that he didn't get a life sentence. He also have a certain amount of years he has to serve, and then he is actually a free man. That is quite scary. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that he has a time restricted sentence also. Yes, exactly. 22nd of July. Have you guys seen the movie? There's I think actually it was a Norwegian or maybe even a Danish director who made a movie about the happenings that day. It's actually quite scary to see that movie. Oh, you do? Oh, that must have been awful. So, I saw that movie and it gave me chills. It was the way it's filmed. It's filmed in kind of lost footage, and it really creeped me out. It's very grim the way it's filmed. It's very brutal, very raw. But it's a good movie. No, it's not for the faintest heart. It's very brutal. You don't see him killing people. They spared that, but you hear it and you hear the screams, and when you know the history, that's enough, He's out in 11 years. 21 years in prison. It's ridiculous. Lock him up, throw away the key. Of course he will. Of course he will. But he will still be a free man, you know. And I have issues with that, you know. But of course he will be under surveillance and I can remember when it happened. The Danish TV, they just reported that there was something happening. It was kind of like, you know, when they reported on the 911, not 911, 9/11. You know, that something was happening, and well, nobody really knew what was going on, and it was at that point all hearsay, and nobody really knew anything, and it is awful when something like that. We have the same rule here in Denmark. If somebody was to break into my house right now and I beat the living crap out of him and he gets injured, I go to jail. Even though he breaks into my house. It's weird, but we have that law here in Denmark as well. We can't defend our own home. Like, it's not allowed. We can just stand by and watch him take all our shit. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would say sometimes in the States, you know, they take it too far. Yeah, we can cook him dinner or something. I would say I would just like, you know, have the right to, you know, defend my own home. I wouldn't care if somebody broke into my home and I was home. I would still beat the living crap out of them. That wouldn't be an issue for me at all. Well, let's see what's finished on the printer. If we can get it to move. Yay, it worked. It is a stand for the DeathSlinger. So he has a place to stay. so he doesn't tip over when we are done. I'm quickly gonna give this some black paint so it can dry while we finish him up, and then we can glue it on. Because I have tried to just glue it directly on here, but it doesn't work. The glue doesn't adhere to this surface at all for some reason. So we're just gonna do this. There we are. Now it can stand over here and dry off. Well, let's see. Slinger, he needs still the eyes. He needs some blood on his face. We need to mess up his shirt a little bit and weather up his coat. And his shirt needs a little dirt as well. So let's start on the coat, I think. Thank you very much. I hate going against DeathSlinger. I kind of find him a little bit enjoyable to play. I'm not very good with him, but you know he's one of those killers. If when you land the shots, you know it's very satisfying. But for me, he's difficult for me to play because I'm not very good at the shooter games. And that is because, well, as you can see, I'm not as young as I used to be. So I don't react as fast as one might have could hope. So quick scoping for me is almost impossible. Yeah, imagine that. It's overrated. But as you said, the lore is really, really good. And he has I like the Mori. And as many of you people who usually in here knows, I love Hybrid Panda. He's one of my favorite streamers of all time. And he recently put out a video of him playing DeathSlinger for 45 minutes, and he was so triggered the whole time because he couldn't really hit shots. And when Hybrid Panda can hit shots, well, it makes me kind of feel better that I can hit shots, you know. 10 years playing Call of Duty, I'm barely goodish. I know that feeling. Well, let's get some blood into this. We need that. We need more blood. But it's kind of like what's he called? Blight. I like going against Blight. I think he's fun to go against. I absolutely despise playing him because I am awful at him. He moves too fast. At least for me. And that is again because I am old, and that is also why I don't play Hillbilly, because he moves too fast. But to be fair, nobody really plays Hillbilly anymore, sadly. Yeah, yeah, me too. I can manage Bubba on a decent level. But Hillbilly, when he gets up in auto mod is strange. I'm sorry. But these fast killers, it's not for me. I actually, the killers I enjoy the most is the typical M1 killers. I actually enjoy them the most. They are simple. I know the community wants strong killers and all that, but I will actually like soon to just see a normal, decent M1 killer, you know? I completely, it is so satisfying to hear that snap. Thank you very much for your follow. I appreciate that. But I couldn't agree more. The satisfying snap when they walk into your trap is it's the best sound in the world. And if you can get two at almost at the same time, you won the game. It doesn't matter what happens, you won. Yeah. The best traps you can ever put down is random corn traps. You know, the ones in the middle, it's just in the open, you know. And if they go off, it's amazing. Yes, Midwich is a fantastic trapper map, especially if you have the stitch back, so you start with 3 traps. You can pretty much lock down an entire wing with 3 traps. Also, I enjoy playing Wraith, and I enjoy Michael. I have my good friend Just James. We talk often. Michael, he's a. If you guys don't know him, you should go check him out on YouTube. He plays only Scratchmere Michael, and he's very, very good at it. And I talk with him quite often, actually. And I actually tried to play Scratchmere on the Raccoon Police Department, and it is amazing. Especially right now, where people don't really know the map yet. You can really fuck people up by playing Scratchmere. So I would recommend that if you want to try something fun, put on Scratchmere Michael and go to the Raccoon Police Department. But do it now before people get to know that map. Probably a few. Yeah, I haven't played the remake, so I don't know the map. I think the map is beautiful. It's horrendous to play on. I don't think it's way too big. In my opinion, I think they made it too big. It's the size of Mother's Dwelling and Mother's Dwelling. It's too big. But it does work with Scratchmere if you stay in one of the wings, you know, and that is actually probably the best way to do it when you play Killer. Is just to say I'm gonna stay in the West Wing or the East Wing. I would recommend to stay in the West Wing because then they don't have the guard loop, and just let them do the generators in the East Wing. That is my opinion on that map. But it is beautiful. They always the art department 10 out of 10. Every time. Yep. Yes, I agree. But if you look up when you play it, you know, you do have the small hints where the stairs are, and no, but are you getting chased? You know, you don't look. You don't look where anything, what the sign says, and I saw some many put out some. Dylan put out a great tutorial for the map, and so you could get the map to learn the map, and you know, yeah, that's great if you're not getting chased by the killer. But if you have a wraith or a spirit on your ass, I'm not looking at signs where to run. I'm just running and hoping it's not a dead end. You know, maybe it's just me, but I don't have time to look at the signs where to go. But maybe I should play the Resident Evil remake. I do have it. I just haven't played it yet. I just installed the game that every streamer is playing today. Back for Blood. I was watching Gibbs and Pieces stream, and I got a Twitch drop for a key. So I have to try that. To see if this is the new DBD killer. I have my doubts. Especially for me, because it looks like a game where things move fast. And that is not good. What did I call the game? I think it's called Back for Blood or something. I just installed that today, but so I'm gonna check that out to see if it's anything. I don't think it's something for me though. I think he's done. I'm gonna glue him on the plate now. I think he's done. So, if you have the emotes, get them ready. Because it's time. And now we watch it dry. Maybe. If I put the glue on the right places, I don't think I did. Let's try that again. And let's watch the glue dry. This is best part of the stream. Next week, we are probably doing maybe Bill, if I don't do them before. If not, then we are doing a Sam. And the week after is the birthday stream, where there will be giveaways for some stuff. I will probably give away a Michael figure. And maybe a couple of blood points. Let's see. And let's see what we figure out. I will probably make the bills during the week. Captain Sparrow. Thank you very much for the raid, my friend. Welcome. I hope you had a great stream. If you guys don't know the Captain, you should go check him out. He's a very good friend of the channel. And he is a Feng main. And I don't think we can convert him from that. Danbish, hello. How are you, Sparrow? You're just in time for the glue. A 4K with Michael in 5 minutes, that is very good. One of the best streams you have so far. Oh, very good. That's good to hear. Danbish, thank you very much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, man. I'm really glad to hear that, Captain. Today we made this one. We made a slinger. I don't know where it's going, but it's going places. I haven't gotten an address yet, but Yeah. You, Tofanagi, you should go check out Sparrow because, well, there is a lot of Captain Jack over there.